Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. Thanks so much for waiting. This is the UVH live stream. If you're not yet a subscriber, hit the subscribe button if you want to get alerts for when we go live. Hit the bell button. We just passed over 3,500 subscribers. So everyone in the UVH fam, I definitely appreciate you. If you're not yet a member of our free options trading group, I post all my trades in there day in, day out. Let you know what I'm doing, let you know what's going on. The link is below for that. Quite a few people in here already chatting it up. If you're here right now, say what up. Hamed, Christopher, Joe, Linda, FC. Who else we got in here? There was some others. Chewy 13. What's going on? Mateo. We got Jeff. We got Ray Lee. Man, you guys, day in, day out, you guys are dedicated. You all are dedicated. Cobra Commander, Eric, how you doing? Just getting it going. Interesting day in the markets. S&P closed down. Dow closed up. NASDAQ closed down. Baron, Eric, Keith, Rodney, and they got Shotgun. Nice to see you at the live stream. I do appreciate. I know there's a lot of people that watch later. I appreciate you guys checking out the stream after the stream happens too. So David, anyone got paid today? The last 2 days have been really like a slow grind day for me. If you got paid today, comment got paid. FC almost broke even, was cool with that. Yeah, for me, yesterday I was down $8, and today I was down $9. And all these positions on, I was swinging all day long, up 60. Down 30, up 50, down 15. Really, my trades personally, this week were not very aggressive, mainly because of the election. So I wasn't playing as aggressive as I normally did. I took off most of my positions and rolled them out to the following week, which is why I'm not making huge returns. And also I was skewed more to the bearish side the last couple days, and as you know, that really hasn't paid out. Even though today was a down day, I mean, yesterday was just such a huge ripper. I did take some profits today in Amazon, so that definitely helped me. So I realized 124 per account here on Amazon, to cash that out. I'm glad I did, because we actually ended up red on Amazon. Amazon ended up red. So, Amazon, like I said, I had those 2,000 strike calls, and I sold it off. I sold it off when it was getting some trouble up here. But overall, I didn't really do any trades. I mean, I took off Amazon. I put a Square trade on, and then I actually was short a contract in IBM, so I added a contract to this Tasty Works account. For some reason, instead of hitting 2, so on my other accounts, I have 2 contracts for IBM, and for some reason on this one I only had 1, so I just added to it. Pretty much was the same price. What's up? Manny, what's up? Christopher took a 150 loss, man, sorry. Yeah, and also with the action today, it was definitely a theta burning day, for a lot of stocks, especially if you're trading on Microsoft like I am. I made some money in Microsoft last week, but right now it's just, the chop is real. Ever since it got rejected at 112, I mean, it's just been trying to knock on 112's door. I mean, hit 112 again today, got rejected, hit 112 again, got rejected, tried to shoot back up, got rejected, finally dipped, but then now it's coming back up to 112. So, at the end of the day, who knows? Who knows? All I know is that 112 is pretty strong resistance right now. So overall, I didn't really do that much. Like I said, we closed down the day $9. I did take in $124 per account on Amazon. But other than that, was yesterday was slow for me. Today was slow for me. Just kind of just waiting and seeing. Not really anything going on. Then, so the only two positions I have expiring this week is Alibaba and Microsoft. And the reason why I left them, so I'm up quite a bit of money this week. I made some money on Monday and Tuesday, but yesterday and today was just like painfully slow. I mean, yes, I did make some realized profits today, but on Alibaba, I mean, there really wasn't much left in this trade. I got like $50 left in this trade. I mean, I'm down 78, and then Microsoft, I mean, there's only $50 in this trade. So for $100 is worth me leaving it on to see if maybe Friday it's gonna break the way that I want it to break. I have the 146 puts on Alibaba and the 155 calls on Alibaba. And it looked like Alibaba wanted to break down, but at close it just ripped up. So, knowing Alibaba, this could easily get faded in the morning. Like this could easily, drop. I mean, it's down 2.5% today. It was down a lot more, and then JD was down. JD was down 7% today. I mean, so for the Chinese stocks, it really was. So that's why I left it on. So we'll see. There wasn't much juice left in them, so it was worth the risk to leave on, because at the end of the day, let's say Baba and Microsoft open up at the same price, and the strangle expires worthless. I'm still gonna have a green week, but at the same time, you got to be careful about that, because you don't want to stack losses like that. You don't want to hold on to the trades that are losing. But since we made some money on Alibaba early in the week. We made some money on Microsoft, and right now we're trying to see which direction they're going to go. But it looks like it might be tomorrow, might be the day for Microsoft. I mean, I'm anticipating. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm hoping this just breaks down to 110 and 109 area. Is kind of my goal for Microsoft. And then Alibaba, I was hoping to see, was breaking down. I was hoping to see 145, 144 area today, and that didn't happen. So. Sometimes that's just the way the market goes. But all in all, we took in $124 in realized gains, and overall on the day, we're down $9. Yesterday we're down $8. So really no change in terms of my account status. So loading the good. Welcome. Smart Trader. How's it going? Excellent. Did you guys see Yelp? I heard that. I saw that Roku got smashed. Wynn got smashed. It looks like Yelp is now. Ouch. Oh, man. Yeah, that's not good. So Yelp is wow. So it's at 30 right now. So it's going. It's going. So with that, now it's at 30. I mean, it's going to a 1-year low here. What's the 2-year? And that is some. Okay, so oops, you can't see that. Looks like it's gonna. So the low in the last 2 years is 26.93. So it wants to test. It looks like. Jeez. Well. I guess people didn't see that move. I mean, I'm sure those puts are going to be up big tomorrow. I mean, I wouldn't have thought that was going to be like that big. But there's been some, Roku was down 20%. Wynn Resorts was down 12%. Now Yelp. It's this interesting time in the market right now. Mateo, try not to predict. Have a plan either way. It can go and be protected of capital is your best bet. Mateo, I agree. In this case, Alibaba and Microsoft were kind of throwaway trades. That's not really a good excuse. However, I did do a strangle on them, so I was protected, but they're not really going the way that I want to go. But, I did make pretty decent money in the beginning of the week. Just today I was flat, and yesterday I was flat. So it was worth me leaving them on to see if they'll pan out tomorrow, to see if we can get some news, and see if we can get. I mean, Chinese stocks just got slaughtered today, and that onslaught continues tomorrow. I mean, if Alibaba's down another 2% tomorrow, we're gonna be perfect. If you're willing to ride roller coaster AMD, will be a big winner 5 years from now. Yeah, AMD. I think someone else mentioned loading the good. Holding a bunch of AMD. Any predictions? What will pan out? I actually didn't trade AMD today. I didn't even look at it. Let's go. Yeah, AMD. You know, I thought maybe it was going to fill this. I mean, close down today 3%, which is interesting. I thought that it was on the way to close this gap here, but there's no support in here. So if it gets rejected here at 22, it's easily going to come back down to like 20, anywhere between 18 and 20. And last time it bounced at 16. So, you know, if it has any bad news, we're going down. We're going down. JC Castro, SN. I don't know what that stock is. Is that a penny stock? It's a penny stock. Not trading it. Hey, Greg. Ahmed, I want to trade a win, but I totally forgot. Don't worry. There's going to be opportunity for you. There will be opportunity for you. Yeah, down 13%. Back down to the yearly lows. There's opportunity here. I don't know what the pricing is if we look at Win. So Win for next week, it's expecting like a $5 move. However, right in here, since it drops so low, there's only $5 wide strikes for the monthly expiration below 100. So they, you know, the markets didn't think it was going to drop that low. You'd have to go to the next week. IB rank 66. I mean, the unemployment volatility is not that much. It's actually, you know, I think it's underpricing it. If it bounces, if it goes through 92, returns to 92, or bounces back up to 110. So far, based on the pricing here, the market is underpricing the options. Keith, has earnings stayed in expected move this earnings? Yeah, no, that's why I haven't been selling premium. Even in you should sell premium during high IV, but it's been going so far beyond the expected move lately that like selling premium is so hard. Shotgun with the super chat, with the $2 donation. Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Hope you keep grinding. Keep grinding. Let's all stay green. How about that? Let's have a pact. We're all going to stay green. Stay hungry. Stay green. Glenn, so they lost 3 points on Microsoft. Yeah, Glenn, we were talking all day about Microsoft. We were talking about that. And it's back in there. I don't know how big your trade was. I mean, mine, I'm only have on Microsoft, I'm risking 110 right here is my cost. Yeah, that adds up. I mean, like $400 across the board. But at the end of the day, I truly thought with Microsoft, the way it was hitting 112 here after the market ran yesterday, the way it was hitting and not breaking through, I thought for sure this was going to 110, 109 today, and it's just burning those premiums. You know, burning the premiums. But that's why on trades, like as you can see, like I don't go that big on trades. That I may lose this amount here, but on Microsoft for the year, I'm currently up on, even with this loss here. And I have, look at it. I mean, this is also too many trades on, but I have a lot of opportunity. I mean, with all these trades on right now, I mean, I still was flat on the day. I'm down $9 on the day. So, I think that we just need some movement in the market and we'll be good. Either direction. I prefer my portfolio skewed up on a more of a bearish position, so I would prefer the down moves. But if we go up, we better rip. Cobra Commander. I feel like loading up on Square. Yeah, so Square I did trade today, so that's one of my only trades I put on today. So Square, I bought the 70 put and the 81 call. And really my thought behind it was this morning it was up at like 81 and just dropped. You know, it could easily recover to 81, 83. So 83 was really my target for that. But for the downside, on Square, I was really looking at 70 to the 65 range right in here was my target. So either way, I got till next week, so I'm not sweating it. I'm down $12 on that, but I just put that position on. It's for next week, you know. So we got time, and Square is definitely gonna move in the next couple days. So Kara Kit, you've donated 3 days in a row. What are you doing? Thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you. Man. Secure Crit ATVI plunge. You're talking about, have you guys been trading this? I haven't been trading that. Probably should have, huh? But today I was down 3%. You know, these are up only like 40% for next week. These are up 70%. So nothing huge. So it looks like it's been pricing it in a little bit. And as you can see, volatility is really risen up here. So needed to flatten out a little bit. So it'll be interesting. It did break below where it's bounced in the past here, like 64. But let me make myself a little smaller here. You know, low for the year right now is 57. So, you know, definitely on deck. I don't know what the volume is on these. Yeah, the volume's looking really good. Nice volume. All the strikes that you want to trade are over 500 for the most part. You know, and then we have 50 cent wide markets here, so 50 cent wide strikes. Definitely liquid, definitely moving. You know, so definitely will be on deck, I feel. I haven't been trading the downside, but we'll see what happens. So, somebody told me the bottom was funny. Someone told me the bottom was on Win 127. Yeah, Win's. Oh, my face is getting cut off. What happened? My face. What's going on? Oh man. Yeah, my mouse took my camera away. Yeah, Win's been hit hard. You know, they had those allegations against Steve Wynn. I mean, it's been bad for them for a while. Question regarding Celebrate. I know it is attractive in a bull market. How do you do it without 4 to 5 figure collateral? What you want to do, so like you're talking about, let's take a look at Win right now. Like you're talking about like selling naked. So like if I wanted to sell puts here naked, you know, obviously I'm gonna need like, it's gonna cost me 10 grand. What you'll want to do is you'll want to sell a vertical put spread, and we'll just say, or a vertical call spread, either way. You know, so what you want to do is you're going to sell the strike closer to in the money, and then you buy a strike further out. And this is what you call a spread. So my max profit here is going to be $1.37, so I get a $1.37 credit. My max loss is $8.63. So that's what this trade would be. And then you can tighten this up, you know, any way that you want. My max profit on this trade now, $5 wide strike, would be 98. I'm not saying this is definitely not a good trade to make right now on this, but just for example purposes, I just showing you what that's about. So you'd want to do a vertical put spread. Look up vertical call spread. Look up vertical put spread. Also look up iron condors. They'll be your best friends when selling premium, especially when you're trying to sell premium on a small account. Tessie is turning blue because she's so hungry. Don't worry. Tesla is moving up. I'm currently short at 345. You know, I'm down only $19. Not huge. I have 15 days on this, so you know, we'll see how it goes here. Not too worried about it. I think definitely have enough time. It's right up here in the resistance levels that it's been in the past. Now, if it breaks through and goes to 400, then I was wrong. But odds are, based on this chart, odds are that we'll be going lower, or at least returning lower to 320, 315 is kind of my target. Easy. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. I got my Hecho en Mexico Coke right here. And thank you. Easy. It means a lot. Derek, what's going on? Only chump change today. I was on FTV on the hump. Yeah, I mean, I was down $9 today. Yesterday I was down $8. I have not been making the money. I did have 124 in realized gains per account, so I'm up. In realized profit today, I'm up $500. But my overall accounts were down like $9 overall today per account. So down $9. Just because I realized some profits, I'm still down $9 overall my account on the day, and that's flat. That doesn't, And yesterday we were down 8, so we need the market to move. I'm looking for a bearish move, but we'll see. Linda, we did ask if you got paid right now. You're just joining us now. Leave a comment. Say got paid. Want to know what's moving and shaking. Even if you had a loss, post what you learned from that loss, because that's what it's about. That's what trading is about: learning, developing, changing. I mean, my strategy right now is way different than it was in 2017 because we're in an entirely different market. I mean, we're not. If you look at the charts for 2017, you look at the charts for 2018. You're not even anywhere close. Yeah, Joe, either way, we go to 81, we go to below 70, we go to 70, I'm cool with it, man, with Square. Cron thoughts. JC, what's up? So I know premium has been pretty rich in this. So you have, what do you have? You have $10 call expiring 12/21. Yeah, I mean, let's go to 12/21, $10 strike. What, JC? What did you pay for? What'd you pay for it? Right now, these are going for 95 cents and $1. We had an 87-cent down move. It was down 8% today. Let's see what the option chart looks like on that. $10. Let's take a look here. Okay, so they're not down that much. I mean, they were going as low as 5 cents the other day. They went up to $1.46. So depending on how much you paid, so you paid $1.20. So you paid up in here somewhere. It's only down 95 cents. In terms of Cron, like for me, it's in a dangerous spot because up in here, like there's no support anywhere around here. Now, if it breaks to like 850, for me, I'd probably take the position off. Or if I still believed in the position, I would probably buy some more, just to average down. So if like let's say for instance, if this comes down to like 858, and I still said, hey, I think Cron's going to go up by December. Which, I mean, it could. I mean, it depends what you think. If you think Cron's going to go up by December and it comes back down here, revisits, I then, depending on what the option pricing is, let's say they were going for, they were going back down here, you paid $1.20. If they came down to like 60, 50 cents or 40 cents, I would probably then buy 2 more instead of like 1 more. I would average in a little bit like that. So, I mean, the chart doesn't look bad. It just, this could But just know when you're trading stocks like Cron or Tilray, just know they could rip down. I mean, you could wake up tomorrow, this could be 5. This could be 6. So just when you trade stocks like these, you have to understand what you're getting into, and if you think it's worth the risk. And if you're not that risky of a trader, Cron and Tilray and all those weed stocks, MJ, it's probably not for you. Bought S-Bucks, call it open, sold 2 hours later for a $35 profit. Nice, Linda. Yeah, I'm still holding a strangle on Starbucks as well. I'm down $1 on the position. Like I said, like these positions I've been putting on and they're like not moving. Starbucks, I have the 69 call for next week and the 67 put. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on with Starbucks. Starbucks had the slow grind all day. I mean, it's up 1%. I mean, it ripped up in the morning, but really just kind of flattened out towards the end of the day, not really going anywhere, which is understandable. I mean, we had the Fed announcement today, so that was one thing. Looks like I don't know if did any news come out? I saw a CNBC alert here. It was nothing important. Just says P&G to restructure company as maker of Gillette Razor simplifies business unit. So nothing concerning about the overall market, because I could see that the futures are moving a little bit right now. Greg, got robbed for unrealized profit, but my SPY calls were still worth more than I paid. I guess that's good. I'm trying to figure out how that would work. I'm trying to figure out your trade. Tobin, what's going on? I'm buying and selling penny stocks, but I got paid with Sunworks today. Yeah, I mean, just so you guys know, I don't trade penny stocks. I find that you can make more consistent returns, at least my opinion, trading options on well-known stocks and well-known companies. Penny stocks, it's very easy to get burned. In options, you can do a lot of things to protect yourself, and penny stocks you cannot. Easy. You shouldn't send me your profits. Keep your profits. Roll them. Roll your profits. Don't send me your profits. But I do appreciate you for supporting the channel. Shotgun, Circuit, Easy, Tobin. I mean, everyone that has been supporting the channel. I mean, it means a lot. Christopher, how often do you average down on losers, Nick? I try not to do that. I don't do it very often. I only do it if I still believe in the trade and if there was a huge market move. And let's say I put a position on today, and I believed in this trade, and then tomorrow some news came out politically, and the market drops, and then I'm hit hard, right? I still am thinking that trade is probably still good. Just needs some time to recover and go my direction. I would then average in, and then but I usually buy. So if I have one contract, when I average in or average down, I'll buy 2 or 3, depending on what the price is. I'll buy more if it's cheaper. But then averaging down, I really don't need that big of a move when it bounces back to get profitable. So my initial targets, my targets when I average in, my targets will change. My initial target is gone. My then target is to become break even, possibly profitable. And a lot of times you make more money on those plays than you did on the original play if the original play worked out. Maureen, paid by ATVI, Adobe, Square, and Coors. Maureen, you've been busy. That's a lot. That's a lot of... I'm trying to. I want to close some of my positions because there's just a lot on. I mean, Amazon will be gone, but I want to close these down. And the reason why I have so many open is because I was playing longer term with the election, and I rolled all my things. I closed positions, but then I would open them for next week. So FC, I know they didn't change rates, but what was the wording they said? They said. I have it right here. they said, where's, they said they're noting slowing in business investments. So people are worried about that. Whatever that means. I mean, it's broad. I didn't actually read the report. I guess I could go through it, but I did not have the time today. Eric says, I feel like I do better with iron condors and crush breads. Should I just stick with those and not strangles and iron flies like that? So Eric, like for me, it depends on the market conditions. Like there are certain strategies that you implement in market conditions, and if you're being consistently profitable in current market conditions with a certain strategy, then yeah, keep doing that. If you start losing on that, it's time to adjust. You know, if you're being profitable on credit spreads and iron condors right now, do that. You know, no need to do strangles. For me, I flip-flop my strategy. I was doing a lot of that, and then the market changed, so then I switched to strangles. So it takes me, you know, if I have a red week, I start to analyze, like, do I have the right strategy for these market conditions? And then on the weekends, I'll go through my trades. On the weekends, I'll go through my trades and say, okay, I made money here, or I lost money here. Why did I lose money? And look at it this way. If I did this kind of trade, would I have lost money or made money? You know, and kind of play with it that way. And then, you know, I don't concentrate on big wins. I just concentrate on having my win rate be close, as close to 100% as possible. Anything on delivery companies for the holidays? Daniel, what's going on? Yeah, UPS and FedEx, they usually get a bump for the holidays, and a lot of these have sold off. As you can see, last December and January popped up. However, this was an entirely different market. You know, FedEx kind of the same scenario, but you know, I don't typically like to trade those kind of cycles. Like for me, I mean, a lot of people do, but for me personally, I don't like to trade like the cycles. Like, okay, you know, we're expecting to have a big quarter in retail. Let's load up, because I find that trades like that are crowded trades, like especially trades that are highly broadcasted on CNBC. I tend not to like to get into crowded trades, because if everybody's in, you should be worried. If everybody has the same idea, you should be worried. Derek, was a slow day. Thought my screens were frozen at one time. Yeah, it was yesterday and today. It was just been a bore. Like I've just been chilling. Like. Joe, you think it's gonna be a Black Friday? You think we're gonna crash tomorrow? If we do, I would be fine with it. JC, Joe, bought this week. Chris Christie becoming AG will not help NJ in the U.S. Yeah, I guess maybe it's more like state level though. I feel like it's not going to be federal. It's going to be state led in terms of approval, as it's been going so far. You know, with Colorado, you know, California. I think Michigan, recently, Oregon. I think it's going to be state led. I don't think it will be federal. For the weed approvals is what I'm referring to. Secure Kits restarted programs a couple times. It was a slow day. Yeah. Shotgun waiting a few days to put some calls on Zillow. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see here. I guess it depends. I don't know how they did on their earnings. It really depends on how they did at earnings and what their guidance was. You know, now the 1 year chart is broken. Got to go to the 2 year, and they actually broke the 2 year chart now. Let me make myself smaller. We actually broke the 2 year chart. You know, when you break the 1 year chart, then you break to the 2 year chart. I mean, it gets dicey. You know, just because something goes down doesn't mean it should go back up. And depending on what they reported and what their guidance was, I'm guessing, you know, it had to have been something very terrible because they're down 30% here. You know, it went from 40 down to 30. Now they're below 30. I mean, you know, I would not load up on calls. Like, for me, just because something goes down doesn't mean it goes up. There's no, you know, it may have a bounce, but long term, this chart is entirely broken. It's entirely broken. You know, at this rate, it's going to be at 15 in no time. Now, if you want to get short, I mean, volatility got crushed here. If you want to go short and hedge it with a long call, you know, if you want to do something like that, that might be interesting. Like, if you want to do something, you know, for next week, let's say you bought this put, and then you wanted to buy something cheap, like maybe there's going to be a bounce. You could buy like the 33 call, go like one standard deviation out, go to the 32 call. That would probably be more interesting, you know, to me. I don't know what the volume is on these. You know, in this market, people are like, "Hey, do you always do strangles or do you always do this?" And like also the volume's pretty low on these. What's this week's? Yeah, pretty low. So you got to be careful about that, making sure you're getting good price. Like right now, it's saying this is $1.09 mid price, 90 cents on the low set is the bid, 130 is the ask. I would probably put in like, you know, 95 cents to see if I get filled, and then slowly move up to $1. Because sometimes you get filled like that on the low volume stocks. You kind of gotta game it, otherwise you get screwed. Like, I wouldn't go in and just go like, okay, let's just go buy the, you know, let's just go buy the bid 130. Hopefully I get filled, because of course you're gonna get filled, and someone's gonna be happy to sell them to you for that price. Don't easy, just relax. You got this. You got this. DHL, yeah, I think DHL's in the same boat with FedEx and UPS, but they're a much smaller company. Greg, yeah, though 2 years they lost. They cost 19 cents. Currently worth 19 cents. They were worth 53 at close yesterday. So yeah, you didn't close them out because now you were faced with some down moves, and also, you know, yeah, I could see that. So you're basically a break even. It's like the taxi driver example they would tell us back in school. If your cab driver is talking about the stock GTFO. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't go to school for this. I'd be interested in hearing your story about what you learned there. Not saying I'm smarter or anything, but I just have some interesting stories. Linda says, I sent you that screenshot yesterday about Zillow, $10 versus 2K risk. I don't know. I don't see a 2K risk here. I mean, this cost me $1 to do this. I mean, maybe options were, you know, I mean, they were juicy here. I don't know what they were going for, but AC, what's going on? I'm super bullish on Eric. I'm super bullish on Walmart. Waste Management, right? Walmart's WMT, Waste Management, yeah. So I mean, Eric, if that's working for you, just keep doing that. You know, I mean, like, there's no set strategy. Like, just because I trade the way that I do, it may not work for you. And like your strategy, Eric, your strategy may not work for me. Like, strategy is all about developing your own strategy. It's all about figuring out what works out for you and your time constraints. Like me, I have a lot more time to trade than most people. A lot of people have 9 to 5s they got to be at. A lot of people, you know, got to be up early, miss market open. A lot of people. So, you know, your strategy depends on how much time do you have to dedicate to it, how long or short term you want to go, how frequently do you want to get returns or risk your capital. You know, and it really depends. Like I find that when I sell premium, they're more hands off. You put the price in, kind of wait for the trade to work out. You know, when you're buying premium, you're more hands on because the pricing moves quick. You don't want theta to eat down your option. You don't want IV to eat down your option. You know, but for selling premium is a lot. When you sell a premium, it's a lot more relaxed because you can put the trade in for a couple weeks out or a month out or whatever you want to do. Let theta do its job and price action do its job. You know. So it's really up to you if you're profitable. You know, no reason to change it, but it's also good. It's also good to test out new strategies though as well. Like, you know, paper trade some new strategies. Like I'm always looking at new strategies, paper trading in this market. You know, if to make money in the market, it's always about adjusting. It's always about trying new things. It's always about, but also it's about doing it safely. It's not like, you know, lotto plays, gambling on earnings. I mean, that's not trading. That's not investing. What Pat? What charts on the lower volatility? Yeah, so this is implied volatility right down here. To get there, you just go to studies, and you can go to volatility studies, and then you go to implied volatility right here, and it'll add that chart for you. So it's nice to see kind of how it goes up, how it goes down, and you know, I like to have it on, you know, like on Tastyworks and stuff, you can see like the number up in here, but I like to see kind of, hey, are we at the high end right now of IV, or are we at the low end, or are we mid-range, just because every stock trades differently, and it's just kind of interesting to know. Ed, what up? AGN. Interesting. Yeah, I mean this. I do like this action here. I mean, very nice. Allergen, AGN. I'm sure they have liquid options, right? Not that liquid. I thought they would be way. It's a pretty big company. I thought they'd be way more liquid. You know, for me, like I tell you guys, you know, when volume's under 500, I make sure that I gotta stay safe. You know. Volume under 500 is just dangerous because, you know, this this run, the 175 strike, only 24 contracts were traded. You know, because the bid and ask get kind of wide, and you could easily lose money, or you could be in a position if it's especially like if no volume, you have no one you have no one to sell your contract to. So I find it harder to make money when on low volume options. I do like this price action here. Very nice. I mean, I don't know if it's going to get rejected here or go up, but it's definitely an interesting play. I mean, it could easily come back down to the 160s, or it could definitely break through to, you know, 175. AC, I haven't been doing my due diligence lately because I've been busy. The losses in my account show for it. But yesterday I brought down the price on Twitter and BX Books, and today it paid off. Yeah, so I mean, AC, like I was telling you guys, like if the market is open from, you know, 9:30 Eastern to 4:30 Eastern, but the real work takes place before market open and after hours is when you're looking at your trades, you're looking for opportunities, you're looking for strategies, you're testing out your strategies, you're thinking about the trades that you made that were profitable, you're thinking about the trades that you made that you lost money, and you're trying to come up with a game plan. Like, you know, trading and investing is a business, and if you don't have a game plan for the future, you're most likely going to fail. Secure Kit, welcome to the club, new people. Yeah, if you're new watching this, I appreciate it. I mean, there's a lot of new people commenting. I'm glad that you're here. The UVH fam is great, just great. Dorian, what about Disney calls for 11:30? Disney, when's Disney earnings again? Disney was today. Okay, so I guess Dorian, I guess it depends on how this plays out here. You know, they just had earnings. I like to, like when I buy premium, I do like to trade stocks that move big on earnings after earnings. I do like to trade them. But Disney, historically, if you look at Disney, if you look at their earnings down here, generally doesn't move a whole lot. I mean, they had earnings last quarter, didn't really move a whole lot. And the expected move this earnings was only $3, and it's also very hard to sell premium. So if it moved $5, you'd be losing money. Down here, this earnings didn't move much. Here it didn't really move much. I mean, these are wide ranges, but overall, I mean, from open to close, it didn't really move that much, a couple dollars. And then back here was the only went from 102 up to like 104. So really wasn't a big mover. However, if you look at the long term here, since they hit their lows at 97, they have been trending up pretty consistently higher. So Disney's been a stock in this market. As you can see, any major pullback, people have been buying. So as you can see, major pullback, people have been buying. Major pullback, now it's trending upwards, and now looks like they had good earnings. So estimation was $1.34, came in at $1.48 per share. So I don't know what they're going to say on the conference call. I do know people are gearing up for the streaming service that's coming out in 2019. Disney has its own streaming service to compete with Netflix. Who knows if that's going to be a success or a failure? But that's what's on the table with Disney. I mean, I'm personally bullish on Disney, but I hardly trade options on it because it's hard. You have to trade major pullback to make money in Disney. AC might buy some more Twitter puts 3 to 4 weeks out. Chart showing consolidation. Twitter. Yeah, what I would be careful though about AC, is this when Twitter consolidates, it consolidates for like months at a time sometimes, or weeks or months. Back in here, look back in here, it's September from October, even though the market was trash, it pretty much was the same price from open to close here. It consolidated after it dropped, it consolidated for like 3 weeks right here. And right now it looks like it's just starting to consolidate. So just be aware that if you're buying, like right now, buying in this period is really good for Twitter. I made a lot of money on Twitter during this, but I usually make sure you buy like a month or two out. Like this for me, if I put a trade on Twitter right now, it would be like a 60 to 90 day trade out. And it would be something. It would be a trade that you'd be willing to tie up capital for the next month or two. So that's kind of how Twitter moves. I've traded Twitter a lot, not recently, but I've traded Twitter a lot, and that's just my experience and how it moves. I see, no doubt. I respect that you didn't go to college, that taught yourself all this valuable knowledge and seem to have fundamental understanding. I just appreciate that. I mean, I think that college is what it is. I mean, you can go to college and not learn anything, or you can go to college and learn everything. And for me, I chose a different path, mainly because, one, no one was paying for my college, so I was like, okay, I could either spend the money on college, or I could take that money and invest it in myself, or save that money and do something else. So if I'm going to have to spend money, you want to think, especially like something like college. I mean, you're talking 50 to 100 grand a year if you're going to a major university. I mean, you're talking about, I know people in their 40s, maybe even 50s, still paying off college loans. And I didn't want that to be me, but in this day and age with the internet, and if you show hustle and you show ambition and you grind day in, day out, I don't think, unless you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer or a dentist or anything like that, to learn the markets, to learn a lot of other skills, you don't necessarily need a degree, from my experience. But it's also not very easy. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But life's not easy. Trading's not easy. It's just it is what it is. Joe, my future game plan is to partner with Nick and act as his main chart analyst with Nick's soon to be 150K use credit. I don't know if I can get into 150K, man. I don't know. We don't even have 5,000 people here. We just got to 3,500 people. It's amazing. We're on a slow grind, and I definitely I enjoy the slow grind because I know that the slow grind, like I wouldn't want to just like blow up tomorrow because I like the hustle and I like connecting with the people that we have here right now. You know, I wouldn't enjoy this as much if we had 1,000 people in the chat right now and none of them I know or talk to and have no idea. But you guys, I talk to day in, day out, and I know exactly what's going on and how I'm getting an idea how you guys trade and what you guys are looking for, and I think the channel is better because of you guys. Secure Nick's Joe Stock picks $5,000 DVDs. How about $5,000 flash sticks? My computer doesn't even have a CD player or DVD player. You know, my MacBook, they removed the DVD drive out of them. It doesn't even have USB. I got USB-C. I have all these like crazy adapters. I have like these, you know. They say they make it easy, but I have all these adapters plugging in for my microphone and my camera and my monitors, and it's a mess. Don't forget the real-time email. Yeah. There's about 9 minutes left in the stream, guys. So if you have anything, comment now. If you're first time here, leave a comment. If this video was of value to you, hit the like button. If it's not a value to you, hit the dislike button. And when I say that, I don't say that to be cocky. I really want to know what people think because it's interesting to me, and also I want to make my content for you guys. The content's not, you know, I like talking about what I like to talk about. I have a lot of fun with it, but at the same time, I want you to enjoy it as well. Well, back in the old days, you could get drunk on your government grants and still have money for rent. You could easily make it 2 years if you took nothing but cake courses. Yeah. Ice cooler. Now with that answer, you gotta say I'm gonna hit that 150K subs. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it would be cool, but at the same time, I don't think I'm ready for that because it's different. You know, right now we're managing what we're managing, and I like managing what I'm managing. Beyond that, I mean, I don't know. I like, let's just say I'm not the type of person that wants to become famous. I would never want to become famous. I think being famous is probably one of the hardest things that is for anybody, and that's why you see so much terrible news about famous people, is because they're not happy, and you know, you have all this money but you can't go anywhere, you can't enjoy it with anybody, people are always harassing you, and I don't think, you know, I'm not going to be like a Will Smith level or anything like that, but you know, I don't know how far this channel will go or what will happen, and I think that's part of the excitement as well. Alex, how come you never talk about your trade strike price and the reason behind? I'm pretty sure that I did give. So when I talk about I did give that. I don't know if you were here early in the stream. In the first part of the stream, I talk about my trades. In the second part of the stream, I mostly talk about what you guys are trading and what you want to trade and what you want to know and what you're looking at. It's kind of how we've been going about things. If that's not working out, leave a comment. You know, let me know if that's something that you don't like. You know, but you know, in the beginning part of the stream, I don't know if you were here, Alex. I do talk about what strikes I bought and why I put the position on. It's Carrot Kit. Consolidation is the foreshadowing of a move, in my opinion. Yep, I agree. Loading the good. What would you say about calls on GIS? General Mills, man, these charts these days are looking like trash. But for me to trade this right here, I mean, there's apparently hard resistance at 48, right? So if you can get a good price, but it looks like it bounces at the low 40s. So if you're bullish on it, I mean, just be aware if you're bullish on it. I mean, I wouldn't buy anything above 48. You'd probably be looking at like the 45 calls, the 46 calls. That way you can get some juice if it goes to 48. And as it gets close to 48, I would definitely probably try to sell that. 48 looks like a hard stop here. Linda, the only thing I dislike is bad language. I don't think I drop any F-bombs or anything like that. We try to keep it clean here. AC, thoughts on Tilray? Tilray is really expensive, like the options, so I generally don't trade it. Which, I mean, some people will say you'll lose opportunity and everything like that, but right now it's in range. Also, I wouldn't trade it right now because they have earnings coming up next week. I was looking at this earlier today. Yeah, November 13th. So I would probably, if I was going to put a trade on this, I would wait till after November 13th and see. The thing about earnings is it gives you some intel on what and some explanation behind what the company is doing. Yes, they report they're going to make money, lose money, but they also report how things are looking for them in the future and what they think is going to happen. Are they going to grow? They're not going to grow. And right now with a company like this, who just had their IPO, you need some more information. Joe, we don't need to pick on anyone. We don't need to talk. Now the time for banking calls. Talk about calls on banks. Maybe get the 48 puts. Yeah, AC. I'm sorry, loading the God. GIS. I mean, right now it's middle range, so you could still make some money. So, I mean, you just have to, if you want, you could just buy calls. You could do like a bullish strangle. Or if you think it's going to pull back, like it would definitely probably be a better buy down here at 42 if you're going flat out. If you're just going like straight out calls, definitely a better buy down here at 42. So we missed that a couple days ago, and then it had a hard bounce up to 44. So, right now I would be, like if I was going to make a trade here, I'd be looking at 45 calls, 46 calls, and then selling at like 48 or 47, around there. SMB, do you always avoid earning times? No, but this quarter has been really sketchy, and options are really expensive for this earnings quarter. And if it doesn't go my way, so like for me, when I trade, I always am thinking about limiting my risk. Yes, I think about how much money I can make, but at the same time, when I put a trade on, I think about how can this trade, or how can I get screwed on this trade. And during earnings, there's a lot of ways you can get screwed, when buying options. One, the option may not go the direction that you want. Let's say you did a strangle, the stock stayed flat, you lost all your premium. But then if you say, okay, well, what if I sold premium? Let's say I did Iron Condor. Right now, stocks are going way beyond the expected move. So you don't know which one's going to stay within the expected range. You don't know which ones are going to go out. At the end of the day, you just don't know. So if I don't know, I don't trade it, is essentially. If I don't have a good idea where it's going to go. Now, I did trade Morgan Stanley earnings this last quarter, and the only reason why I traded it was because we were sitting at earnings at the 52-week low on earnings, and that's the only the premiums weren't expensive compared to the rest of the market. So I put a strangle on and made about 100% when we ran up here, and I haven't traded it. I haven't traded Morgan Stanley since. So, coming to theaters near if you knew options well, you know, so easy. You're crazy. Love you, but you're crazy. But I think anybody that trades options is a little crazy, anyways, because you kind of got to be to play with the markets, right? Anybody that trades stocks or options, probably, you know, I'm looping myself in there. Hope no one's offended. Anyways, we hit the hour mark. Smash the like button. Hit the like button. If it's your first time here, hit subscribe. If you want to get alerts when we go live, hit the bell button. We go live 30 minutes after close. If you want to join our free options trading group, the link is below for that. And Shotgun, Secure Kit, Easy. Thank you for sending the donations. You don't have to, but day in, day out, you guys support the channel. I thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Pat, I can't talk to anyone about trading who doesn't do it. Yeah, exactly. Like people that don't invest are just saying, "Oh, how much Bitcoin do you have?" Stuff like that. All right, peace, guys.